Hello, guys. Welcome to the show. Welcome, welcome, welcome. It's a special episode of the process. We're getting ready for our MACSA webinar on Saturday, June 1st. I hope you guys are excited. I have a couple special guests here, and I'll introduce them in a second. But first, I will get into a bit of our intro in 1 second. But first, and make sure you hit that notification bell so that you get updates on any new content that we have coming out, guys. So let me bring on. Oh, oh, we have somebody else coming on. Okay, okay, cool, cool, cool. That's good. That's good. That's good. That's good. Um, so guys, the show is gonna be an intro to our the Mid Atlantic Central Service Association's webinar, and we're gonna introduce a few of our speakers tonight. And guys, just stay tuned. Um, we'll be right back. I'll come on with an intro that you guys know oh so well. And guys, let me bring on our first one of our presenters for our event, Miss Latoya Chapman. Welcome, welcome, welcome to the show.
Hi, everyone. Hi. Thanks for having us.
You are welcome anytime and anytime, anytime. And Miss Carrie Thomas, welcome to the stage.
Hello, everyone.
Hello, hello. And Miss Kyrie. Welcome, 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 welcome. Oh, you're on, you're live. You're live. So welcome guys, welcome, welcome. I know this was kind of spur of the moment. I just want to introduce you guys to the audience and to our registered guests for Saturday, and maybe they can get to know a little bit about you guys, because we may be strapped on time for the presentation. So maybe this is a little way to introduce yourself and give them a little heads up as to what the presentation may be about. So if you guys want to go in alphabetical order, introduce yourself, first name.
Okay. Hello, everyone. My name is Shamir. I am the coordinator for sterile processing surgical services for Northside Cherokee. I'm one of the lead authors for the presentation this coming weekend, and I'm super excited. So I hope you all join in because it's going to be really good.
All right, all right.
All right, I am Kyrie Thomas, and I work at Northside Hospital Cherokee, Town League in Canton Place. I have over 13 years of experience in sterile processing, and I am your co-author for this weekend.
All right, all right. Nice to meet you. Nice to meet you.
And hi, everyone. I'm Latoya Chapman. I am the clinical educator for sterile processing at Children's Healthcare of Atlanta. And I have more than 9 years experience in sterile processing. And we all can't wait to talk to you guys.
All right, all right. So, and I think then my audience knows me a little bit. So, Sterile MD, Denard. So nice to meet you guys, and thank you guys for coming on. And just want to get a little bit about, like, how did you guys meet and get to create this presentation? Y'all, because you're in different locations, so I was just wondering how that came about.
So that's a good story. Years ago, I was in Indiana working at their university hospital as the clinical manager. And one day, I called my department And Latoya answered the phone. I had no idea who she was,
Hmm.
but her presentation was amazing. She was so nice and springy. And she's like, "Hello, thank you for calling SPD. How may I help you?" And I was like, "Man," I said, "Who is this answering the phone?" And she told me her name. And after that, it was over. I said, "Look, we need her in this department. I need her to be the educator." And she came on over, and we've been friends ever since.
Hmm.
And
Nice.
so then Kyrie, years later, I moved to Georgia, and Kyrie was the educator at Northside Hospital. And so I needed some education in the department. And she was so good, and her spirit was always really good. And she was always so kind and so nice and well spoken. And next thing I know, she was my manager. So
Yes.
Wow, wow, wow. So how did you guys stay how did you guys come up with the topic or the title, or even creating a presentation together?
So I would say the presentation was created based on our life of what we're doing every single day of implementing new processes, tackling the challenges, and being proactive in the field. So this is everyday life. The title was something snazzy to get our audience attention, but to also let them know that, hey, we understand what you're going through. Let us guide you through this trouble area.
Hmm. Hmm. So, question, presentation wise, how do you, and I knew you guys were at HSPA, y'all had a rave reviews on the presentation. So how do you guys get prepared for a presentation? Or how do you
Okay,
guys?
so I think I can take that one. So, first, I try to get us all to like meditate a little bit so it kind of calms us down because we're all excited and we have nerves and because we just want to always do our best. And so we just kind of, let's meditate for a second, take a moment, think about where we are, let's respect where we are and where we come from. And all of us come from different backgrounds. So we all have something to bring to the table for to share with everyone. And so then we say a prayer and then we go out and be great.
That's it?
well, of
Yeah.
course we practice.
Well, I mean
Of
that
course we
too.
practice. There's lots of that.
I'm like, oh, okay, okay. I'm like, oh, that's
But right
He's like, you
before,
just say a
we
prayer,
have to
y'all out
calm
of
the
there.
nerves.
All right, all right, all right. Okay, guys. So I don't want to get too far into it. So we have our next presenter here who will be presenting on Saturday, Miss Sarah B. Cruz. Welcome to the stage.
Hi.
Hello.
Hi.
Yeah. So Sarah, this was kind of spur of the moment. So I was like, okay, let me get Sarah in since everybody else gonna be on here. Let me make sure Sarah comes in. How you doing, Sarah? How's everything?
I'm good. I must doubly be enjoying the show because you have a window open somewhere.
Uh-oh.
So I can hear the lag time in the live. So just excuse me one moment while I try to figure out where else we are.
All right, no problem. So, and I'm trying to see where it's posted also. So I'm kind of in my phone a little bit. So sorry, guys. So now Saturday is coming. So what or are you expecting to present? Are you changing anything particular in your presentations, or are you just coming with the same thing with more confidence on Saturday?
There's absolutely going to be more confidence. I know, speaking for myself, there's absolutely going to be more confidence. That what we did at HSPA was like our first, it was like our coming out, our first time. So there's definitely going to be more confidence for me. We've added just a little bit of a twist. But ladies, how do you feel?
I say with our last run through, what we've learned is that we have to tailor our education for the webinar um, to meet the audience for the webinar because a lot of our discussion had like hand raising or things you had to see in person. So we have to tailor that to make it more interactive for a webinar. So that's what we learned recently to tweak it a little bit.
Hmm,
I
interesting.
think I would like to add that, we're just want to be ourselves. And this is exactly how we are every day, talking, teaching, and with a whole lot of funny in between. So
And Miss Sarah B. Cruz.
I found it. It was LinkedIn.
I see that. I see that. So, we went into a brief introduction. Everybody knows Sarah because I do not have to introduce you. I don't have to introduce, but introduce yourself anyway to the ladies here and to the audience.
I am Sarah B. Cruz, a bunch of letters after my name, but it pretty much just means I'm a sterile processing nerd. CSS, SPD, MDR, whatever you want to call it, just, call it done. You know what I'm saying? As fast as IUSS without all the steps. You know what I'm saying? So I am a quality education program coordinator. So that just means I like to create quality and ways to sustain it and manage change. And I'm a former board of director, the Connecticut Sterile Processing Chapter President, and I am your advocate for the front line. Thanks for having me.
We are happy to have you. And Sarah, so we love your presentations. I know probably every lady here has seen your presentations. One of the questions I ask the ladies, how do they get prepared for presenting? So it's this time it's not in person, but it's on the webinar. So you could be a little more nervous. It might not show because you're not seeing you twitching your feet. So so how do you get prepared for a webinar presentation versus in-person presentation? Is there a difference, or you feel the same way?
I think the only difference is that when I'm getting ready for a webinar, I don't have to find like a silent place to get ready in, because I definitely listen. I have like 3 get hype songs that I listen to, and they're all like very heavy metal. So I usually end up like jumping up and down and moshing and like, just like by myself. So I try to find a room to do it in at a conference, but I've had some people walk in on me. So it's a little less awkward at home, but it's generally the same process. And I make sure I'm always wearing orange in some capacity, whether it's a shirt, my shoes, just because that's my power color. So
I like it.
You said shoes?
Yeah.
On the webinar? Maybe I might
I
try
get
that.
dressed for my webinars. I have to. I got to get in the moment.
Okay. I have to try that. So, your webinar was interesting at HSPA. Are you bringing the same content, or are you switching it up because it's a webinar now, or are you adding something to it based on you not being there with the audience?
Yeah, so the difference between my virtual presentations and my in-person presentations is that I really enjoy walking around when I'm in person. I make it a point to go up and down the aisles. Like when we were at the HSPA, they're like, oh, we only have the podium. And I'm like, that's not going to work. I'm going to need a lapel. Because I usually walk up to the stage instead of starting on the stage. I like to thank the audience as I go up to the stage. So I'm very interactive in a live setting. So that means when I do it virtually, I just have to be charismatic from here up. So you'll see a lot of like, rah, and like hand motions and da-da-da, a little bit. So, I just try to bring a little bit of the charisma and the body movements to the upper portion of the body. And I am still tapping my feet. But the content is very similar. The message is very clear, very consistent. And I like that the chapter decided to highlight the HSPA presentations because not all of us could get there, and I just think that's an awesome opportunity. So kudos, snaps to the chapter. Yeah.
Agreed.
Absolutely. I like that.
Because and I think we're actually looking at one of my visions is to bring on more new speakers, and to give them the confidence to eventually present on a larger stage, because the Sharon Green Goldens are retiring, and we need some new blood.
I'm gonna tell her you said that. She
So
heard that. You're gonna find out.
yeah, yeah, but she's still traveling and doing her stuff. But there's only one of her, so she can't be everywhere. So,
Right.
she while she still has the opportunity to mentor others, might as
Mm,
well give them the platform to actually get be recognized,
sure.
or even be recognized by her to get that mentorship while she's
Oh
still
yeah.
there.
And I'll be the first to say it. My first presentation was a virtual presentation for Iowa. Big shout out to Marie Brewer and her chapter. They gave the little Thank you, thank you. They gave the little weird nerd in Connecticut a shot in the Midwest, and I still meet people that are like, "Oh, you're from Wisconsin, right?" And I'm like, "Definitely not from Wisconsin, but I do like cheese." And Beyond Clean hosted that, and they really gave me that opportunity to highlight myself in a way I didn't think was possible. And it's nice when people like Sharon and Marie and Hank and even the HSPA with the early bird spots give people that opportunity to hear their voice, right? Outside of their
Right.
head.
Absolutely.
Right. We're so
Right.
appreciative. I know.
Yeah, and how do you guys feel about presenting in the future? You think it's something that's one of your niches, or something you'll get into um, as a pseudo profession, or get into it a little more in the future?
I think
Absolutely.
we fell in love.
And are
We
you guys?
did. I did for sure.
I
And
think
have you guys presented before besides
n-
HSPA?
no.
To our staff.
Oh, just yeah,
Right.
Right.
those in services can be very, very taxing at times. No, just kidding. So no, but yeah, I think when you at some point when you get the feedback that you're actually reaching people, you want to take it to another level, and you see that they're receptive to what you're saying, and you're like, okay, maybe I could do this in a different arena or different setting. And then when you do it and you're like, oh yeah, it feels good, they're getting the information, and maybe I should, you know oh, the baby's there, maybe I should
Right. He
maybe
would
I
not
should
take no for an answer.
maybe my the way maybe what I'm doing is valuable to the profession. So I'm glad you guys are taking that step, because it's hard. I'm telling you, I've been begging people for years. It's difficult to get persons to come out. They may do it within the department and within the little areas, but to come out on the larger stage, it's tough. It's nerve wracking. You don't know how you're going to be received. You don't know if the information is going to reach everyone the same way it's reaching your department or your area or your chapter. So thank you guys for taking that next step. And I just
Of
want to say hello
course.
to the baby
Of
presenting
course,
tonight.
with that being our first time, and we really we made a decision that we wanted to start speaking and we wanted to start sharing our knowledge. And we did that
Mhm.
as a team. And so that's how we got started with that wow factor. And so after doing it at HSPA, we got so much good positive feedback from people on our topic, on our presentation, et cetera, that we're like, you know what, we're going to make this into a series. And so we
Mhm.
started working on other presentations so that we can present in that series on process improvement and leadership guidance, et cetera.
Mhm.
We started setting up additional speaking. So we'll be doing like a panel for our own chapter. We're set up for two of those. And so we're continuing down this journey. Like Latoya said, we really did fall in love with it. And we have that drive to want to continue sharing the knowledge. So
Mm.
thank you for giving us the opportunity.
You are
Yes.
welcome. We're welcome. I'm just saying, when I'm having my chapter events, you guys are gonna be my in-person events. You guys are gonna be called also,
Come
um,
on.
Exactly.
Come
Exactly.
on
along with Miss Cruz
Nice.
as usual. So yeah.
Well, what's really interesting is people get really used to the sound of their voice in a specific area, right? That's why we even have our first day jitters as educators or leaders, even just talking about defects at the board or, during our assignments and doing huddle. So you get used to how your voice sounds in one specific area. And when you're called to work on the industry stage, you're being asked by these people, the Beyond Cleans, the Knowledge or Nonsense, the HSPA, they're asking you to be the voice of an industry. And that can be very intimidating, especially when you're used to the sound of your voice in a department. So, when they say the heart of the hospital, the pulse is the front line, you guys really are a voice of an industry, even in the department. And I think people don't realize that it doesn't matter where you're speaking, your voice sounds the same because you're carrying a message that's, bless you, that's necessary for the industry to hear outside of your facility. So I think it's a great opportunity.
Absolutely.
Mhm.
Absolutely.
She agrees.
Right.
So I just want to share for those who watching now, and for those who will be watching. Oh, dang! You know what? Can't do
You're gonna keep it a secret.
it.
Psych.
No. It's my thing. I use so many different platforms for my shows. So um sometimes I forget. So disclaimer, guys, our views here are strictly those of ourselves and not those of any company or
Right.
facility that we work for. Just to get you guys safe. And Sarah knows what I mean.
My name is Sarah B. Cruz, and my voice represents myself and not any of the companies or associations I work for or collaborate with. There you go.
Absolutely. I'd like that. I would like to second that.
Yes, and if you like what I'm saying, if you like what the ladies, these phenomenal females in Denard are saying, come hang out with us because
Yes.
you know what it's like when we all get together, right?
Absolutely.
It's
It's going
fun.
to be a thing.
Yes.
So let me try and share this poster. All right, so this is the poster. Sorry, I'm covering you guys up there.
No, you're good.
So if you're watching this and it's not June 1st yet, hold your phone up to the screen or take a snapshot, and when you get private whatever, maybe you could scan it or go through that. There actually is a way you could actually click on a QR code on your phone. So I learned about that a couple months ago. So take a snapshot, take a screenshot if you're on your phone or on your laptop, and make sure you make it on June 1st at 8:30 a.m. on Saturday. I just wanted to share that to show the audience that we are having an event. And if that was too quick for you, rewind the video and pause it so that we could get some more views.
Right.
So yeah, so guys, anybody you want to shout out that helped you in your journey, and I'll let Sarah go last. Anybody you want to shout out that kind of pushed you or mentored you to get to that step of having the courage to present?
I would like to give a shout out to my team, my sterile processing team. They're the reason why we're able to speak about our process improvement. They're the people that push us every day to do better as we push them the same. So I'm going to give a shout out to the Northside Hospital Cherokee Sterile Processing Team because you guys are awesome.
All right, now let me. Where's my applause when I need it? 5, 4, 3, 2.
There we go.
Shout out to Northside.
Right. I would have liked to follow up with Kyrie what she said about team. Yes, our departments mean a lot, and our departments help us in tons of ways, especially when we're endeavoring in these new roles. But it's also important to have this team. Myself, Kyrie, Latoya, we are a team. We bounce these things off each other's heads. We practice, we critique each other. We went through that entire thing to make sure that the content that we were given are good, to make sure that our presentation was well. So I want to thank these ladies as well for all the effort and the time that they put into making sure that we were able to do a good job and we gave out content that was needed, that was valuable, and that people would understand.
I agree.
Yeah,
It's good. You
yeah,
need a good team.
I like
You
it.
definitely need a
Um,
good team around you.
I
Absolutely. It's important.
I just want to say that you guys don't know, but Shamir is like a SPD, like saint something. I don't know, but she's the reason why we are all presenting, because we all talked about it. But sometimes people just talk about it and they not really about it. But
Mm-hmm.
she talked about it, and then we talked about it, and then we talked about it again. Next thing you know, she's like, okay, so we doing this. So, you know, not only do I want to give a shout out to her and Kyrie, for us teaming up and, bringing our knowledge to but I also want to give a shout out to, and let them know that I appreciate my team at Children's Healthcare of Atlanta. Like, without them, I wouldn't be as good as I am at what I do.
All right, shout out to Children's. All right, I want to give a shout out to my chapter 2. Shout out to Lila, Danny, Rashina. I'm saying because I'm old. Not that I forget the name. I'm just old. Mike, Jeff, and Kelly. And if I forget any names, I will text you later. So, yeah. So shout out to those guys. I'm currently the chapter president, which is no big deal whatsoever. It just brings more stress.
Big deal.
So, but I'm really happy Lila gonna help kind of got in contact with you guys, because I think especially having empowering more women to present, I think is an important thing in the industry, since the majority of the industry is made up of you guys. So you guys are currently role models for the ladies working now with that knowledge, trying to figure out where to take their talents next. So thank you guys for next step.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
And Sarah.
Well, I want to thank Sloan because she's a cling baby, but no, I digress. I really do want to just take a second to thank, honestly, the front line. When I first started presenting, it was really important to me to speak to professionals that suffered from true issues. And I think the ladies in this group, articulating their needs and making that hands-on application is also a mirror of that as well. I think the more we speak to the front line, the better we can support our industry, because I think a lot of people believe that the front line doesn't include leadership. It doesn't include the educator. It doesn't include the director. But a lot of the times those people were frontline technicians. They still are. And if they can't remember how to put on PPE, I challenge them today to go and try to don and doff PPEs like they used to in the old days. So when I give presentations, I want to speak to problem solving concerns, real actionable steps, not philosophy, not standing on a pulpit and speaking at someone, but truly getting them involved in their own professional development. So if it wasn't for the front line really giving me positive, not even positive, girl, I got some negative feedback. I got some honest feedback. There it is. Without that honest and forward feedback, I don't think I would be able to show up in the way that they need and deserve. So it's important to me that everybody on the front line who wasn't, should still be, still is, feels heard in those spaces and in my presentation. So I want to thank the outspoken contact, and I want to thank the direct sterilization professional, and I want to thank the struggling leaders that have shared their insight with me so that I could speak to their issues in a direct manner.
That was good.
That was really good.
And David Grossi, he's my mentor. Love that guy.
Yes. Yeah.
He's my dude.
Yeah. Shout out to Dave. Also a content creator at this time.
I know, right?
Yeah, I like his videos.
He must have hung out with you at the conference, right?
Yeah, yeah, Dave is cool. Yeah, Dave is expanding. I like that. I like that. Um,
Hmm.
and the profession is growing, and the way we deliver content is changing too. So I like that. I'm seeing more videos from the conference after the post conference. So it's not just Denard making a video. Everyone is putting in the time and putting out some excellent videos. And I'm like, I'm just glad I can watch it now without the 4, 5, 6 hours of editing. So so, so it feels good to watch a video without being part of it. So I really like that the industry is changing and moving forward, and the information is getting shared and the content is getting shared. So I think that's the main thing, and that was my goal back in the days, just to let everybody else know what's going on.
Mhm.
So guys,
Well, we should phrase that as you're shaping the industry. You know, professionals like you and people that put themselves in uncomfortable spaces just outside their comfort zone, you know, like the lovely ladies with me here today, sharing your platform, it shows that you can create something and be proud of it, you know, without ever having to worry if someone's going to judge you, because that's not why you're making it. And then
Right.
at the same
Absolutely.
time, right. And then at the same, like, I challenge anybody to go to my YouTube channel and look at the very first video I ever made and tell me I was a natural speaker, because that ain't true. You guys go watch that. I'm a freaking mess. My hair's a mess. I'm a mess. Sloan wasn't even around to like whip me into shape. You know what I mean?
Right.
So it's people who put themselves out there like this, and often in spaces that have a lot of regulations or guidance that are really, I don't know, spearheading that initiative. Like, you guys are revolutionary. Our industry is going through a revolution, and you guys are a part of it, and I'm proud of that.
Right.
yay!
Oh, this
Yes.
is fun.
Hey, the bomb. Was bomb. I can't remember when the last time I had one, but the first one. So I just want to remind you guys of the webinar on June
Yes.
1st. I also want to do some self promotion too. We're gonna have the marathon. I'll invite you guys in advance. Our marathon will be on October 13th, 2024.
Okay.
And
Cool.
then we have our what do I call it? Our social event, networking event on October 19th out at Top Golf this year again. So this will be our third year at Top Golf and our fourth um, SP marathon. So we're getting up there in age. So if you guys want to join, feel free. But there'll be plenty of promotions, and I will be giving flashbacks of all the previous three marathons on her. Sarah will see herself before she dyed her hair. Huh?
You can usually tell what era I'm in by the color and style of my hair. Like, you know what they say about a girl with red hair, leave her alone. So I had orange. That was close enough.
So that's something I was thinking of doing in a way of editing. I was like, okay, I'm gonna do 3 years of every person and see what year they.
Mm.
Oh my
You
goodness.
can also tell what year it is based on how I'm doing my eyebrows. That's a big tell too. I'm just saying. So the
Oh
game has
God,
evolved.
I'll check that out. I'll check that out. Because you usually start off the no, you didn't. Yeah, usually come on around like 3 ish, 2, 3 ish, and that. Yeah, so uh-huh. I'll check that out. Let me see what's going on there. So, so, guys, anything you wanna say to the audience, or to those guys who plan on showing up on Saturday? Any last words? Because I want to respect you guys' time, because y'all didn't really plan on being here tonight. So, any last words? Any insight or anything you're gonna share with the audience?
No. I thought Sarah was about to say something, so I was like, I'll let her take it home. Let's go.
To you, please go for it.
Okay, so for me, I just want to say, we have a lot of great speakers here. This panel is going to be really good. I believe Hank is joining in too. Is Hank still joining in?
I'm not sure if Hank, but Beyond Clean has a presentation
Ah,
also. So yeah.
so there are going to be some really good speakers here. If you did not make it to the conference, this is going to be your tunnel to that side. Conference is amazing and it's very informational. So you're going to get a lot of good stuff here. Make sure you bring your notepads, make sure you bring your coffee, make sure you bring that brunch and prepare because it's going to be good.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
So my final thoughts for today is let's get ready to have fun while we're learning because I am anticipating a fun time during
Oh,
this lunch and brunch. We're gonna laugh, we're gonna be interacting, so get ready.
And then you don't also always have to bring coffee. You could also bring a nice ice cold drink.
No, just coffee. Stop with that. Coffee.
I said, what is
Say
that?
iced tea. You talking about iced
Iced
WFE.
tea?
tea. Ice tea.
Coffee.
I was
The
referring to
iced tea,
iced
the
tea, okay?
iced tea.
I would say like just just network with the people because you never know who could be a resource. You just never know.
Mhm.
So utilize everybody you meet.
Hmm. True, true.
Yeah, my sentiments are, listen, we all know it's Saturday. We all know you're probably not getting paid to be there. I'm not getting paid to be there, but we're showing up, you know what I'm saying? So make it a double, do what you have to do, take advantage of the resources because one day you'll wish you had them and it'll be too late, okay? So jump on board now and get them while they're good, folks, because New Jersey knows what's up. And I don't say that often about Jersey, but New Jersey's got it going on with this chapter, all right? I'm excited to see you all there.
Yes,
Oh,
yes,
me
yes.
too.
And thank you guys and see you guys on Saturday. Let me give a little closing round of applause. And guys, stay. I always said stay. We're closing for the audience. All right. So
Okay.
guys, um, so audience, I will see y'all on Saturday. Peace. Bye.